Good morning to the students of class 8. Today we are going to deal with a new topic in chapter 6. Let us see what is the new topic we are going to deal today. Square roots. Till today we were discussing about square of a number. What are perfect squares and how will you find the square of a number? Today, the topic is square roots. Let us see more about square roots. Square root is the inverse operation of a square. Square root is the inverse operation of a square. For example, 4 into 4 is equal to 16. That is, 4 multiplied twice gives you 16. So how will you say this in a statement form? 16 is the square of 4. 16 is the square of 4. So what does the square root mean? 4 is the square root of 16. That is, when you multiply 4 2 times, you get 16. So, we call 4 as the square root of 16. That is, the way which you get 16. That is 4 multiplied 2 times. 4 is the square root of 16. You can see the symbol of square root is this one. Okay, you write it as like this. This is the symbol of square root. How will you write? Square root of 16. Square root of 16 is equal to 4. This is how you write. How will you read this? Root of 16 equal to 4, or square root of 16 is equal to 4. Is that clear to you? Next one. Students, you have learned this before while doing Pythagoras theorem in class 7. So, not much explanation is needed here, but we'll just revise how to find the square root of a number. You have many methods to find. Here we are dealing with two methods. The first one is finding the square root using prime factorization method. Which method? Prime factorization method. This prime factorization, when I tell to the students, they will say, ma'am, this is LCM method. Why do you say that it is LCM method? Only because of this symbol, right? Like this you go. Students, I am telling you again, this is prime factorization. Don't call it as LCM method. This is prime factorization. Now, let us see how to find the square root of a number using prime factorization. Your first number is 729. 729. The first step is prime factorize the number. What is that? Prime factorize the number. Now, let us revise what are the rules regarding prime factorization. In prime factorization method, as its name indicates, only prime numbers are allowed. What are prime numbers? You can use 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 17, 19, etc. That is, only prime numbers are used for prime factorization. Other than prime numbers, if you use it for prime factorization, it is a big mistake. Is that clear? So here 729 I prime factorized using 3. It is not necessary that you can use only one number. Whatever number you use, it should be a prime number. That is the only rule in prime factorization. Okay. Now 729 when divided by 3 gives you 243. Again you can see this is a odd number, so you cannot use 2. So I'll go for 3 again. 243 divided by 3 gives you 81. 81 again divided by 3 gives you 27. 27 divided by 3 gives you 9. 9 divided by 3 equal to 3. 3 divided by 3 equal to 1. So you will stop prime factorization when you get 1 at the end. Now how can I write 729? 729 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Okay. Now that was the first step. Now let us see the second step. Second step is you will pair the numbers, pair similar numbers. What is that? Pair similar numbers or pair same numbers into group of 2. Group of 2. Here see group of 2. How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So group into a pair of 2. And you will take one number from each group. You will take one number from each group. From this group, I took this 3. From this group, I took 1 3 out. And from this group, I took 1 3 out. Now, then square root of 729 is equal to 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27. That is 27. 3 into 3, 9, 9 into 3, 27. This is the method of finding square root using prime factorization. Let us see one more example. Students, I am not giving you more examples, only 2. After this, you will find the same method in doing another problems. So we'll discuss it later. Here only 2 problems I am giving you, but it should be thorough with. Next question. 1764. Which is the question? 1764. Here I used 2, 3 and 7 for prime factorization. 2, 3 and 7. Students, make a note. If you are getting a perfect square number, you can group like this. Okay? If you are getting a perfect square, then only you will get pair of 2. Okay? You should be careful about that. If you are getting a perfect square number, you will get a pair of 2 like this. Pair of, not number 2, pair of 2 numbers like this. So you can take one digit from each group. From this group, I took 2 outside. From the group of 3, I took 1 3 outside. From the group of 7, I took 1 7 outside. And I wrote root of 1764 is equal to 2 into 3 into 7. 2 into 3, 6. 6 into 7, 42. So I got the square root of 1764 is equal to 42. Clear? So your answer's credibility depends on how you do prime factorization. Next, we will discuss some of the properties of square root numbers. Properties of square roots. Students, this property in the reverse order you have learnt in squares, properties of squares. If the perfect square number ends in 1, the square root will have either 1 or 9 in its units place. If the perfect square number ends in 4, the square root will have either 2 or 8 in its units place. Can you tell me why? While you study properties of square numbers, you learned that if the number ends in 2, its square number will end in 4. Same thing you have by hearted, I think, right? If the number ends with 4, the square number ends in 6. Isn't it? You learned it in this way. The same thing in the reverse order you are learning in properties of square roots. Just go through it and you have exercise 6.3 using this. Let us see the sum of the types here. What could be the possible ones digit of the square root of each of the following numbers? 9801. You are given the perfect square number here. You are going to find the square root. In the square root, what will be the unit digit? Units digit. Okay. Here, the perfect square number ends in 1. Here, the perfect square number ends in 1. So, what will be the square root? Using this property, if the perfect square number ends in 1, the square root will have either 1 or 9 in its units place. This property you will be using here. Next question. 99,856. Whatever number it be, you are just looking at the last digit of this number. Which is the last digit? 6. The perfect square number ends in 6. What is the property used? If the perfect square number ends in 6, the square root will have either 4 or 16 in 4 or 6 in its units place. So, study the properties of square roots and try to answer this type of questions. By this, we end our today's session about square roots. Today, we learned what are square roots, the symbol of square root, how to find the square root of a number using prime factorization, and properties of square roots. Understand the concepts very well. Thank you. Have a nice day.